Hello everybody, this is Kevin with Inspiring How You See That. We're the inspirational channel that goes behind the scenes and interviews some of your favorite artists, entertainers, and much more. So today we're going to be doing a double up Tech Tuesday again with the Creality CR6 Max 3D printer. So we had some other questions through some of the other segments that we have done. So make sure you guys do like and subscribe to these segments. So that way you get notifications whenever we do have an up and coming segment. And make sure again that you put in any of the comments things that you may be looking for, or you may be having a concern with, or something isn't working for you. Put it into the comments and then we'll try to put out additional segments up and coming. So today we're going to be talking again about the bed plate and the adhesion. We had talked about the tape, and we'll go back to the tape. So we're back on the tape as far as bed adhesion. We had talked about what's the best for bed adhesion, and the tape, of course, the painter's tape does work the best that we have found, but we had some questions about, hey, the painter's tape still, items still stick to it. Some of them are hard to get off. The tape might rip. The biggest thing is taking your time to remove the item that you are printing. And also too, in another segment, we're going to talk about the bed plate itself, the heat and the temperature for the filaments. But what we're going to talk about is what to use to remove your item on your plate. So we just simply have a chisel that we use, and then we also have a small hammer that we use to tap on the end of that chisel. So if you have a small hammer or a device, just to tap on that chisel. But I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So for example, this is a sword bottom. When it sits on the plate itself, it does, of course, adhere to it. Now these are, easier to remove because they're standing straight up, and sometimes you can just tip them off and they'll come off. Now, if this does stick on the tape on the back side, it's because you've either tried to flip it off too quickly or pull it off too quickly, or maybe didn't let your bed plate cool down. That's a big thing. Make sure that the bed plate does cool down and then remove it. But if you want to, remove it professionally without having any issues, take this chisel and just go right underneath to the side of whatever you're removing and just give it a little bit of a tap, and make sure take your time, make sure it's flush, and it'll just tap right off. It'll come right off. Now, the biggest thing that we found that's the hardest to remove is something that has a larger flat surface that adhered to the tape. Such as like this is a keychain. It is a keychain that we had printed. It's a band keychain, and it's a little bit bigger, so it does stick to the plate and it sticks flush. So if that's the case, then you just again take your chisel underneath it, kind of give it a little bit of a tap. It'll pop right off, and then you can reuse the tape because, of course, painter's tape is expensive. So that's why we're putting this video out there, to give you a little bit of a tips and some of the tools that you can use and reusing that tape. Because if you go through and you peel off the tape each time that you're trying to remove an item that you had printed, then you're just throwing money out the door. And especially if you're trying to print items to not only make or resell, this will help you with saving some of your extra money for other things that you need to purchase, maybe for your printer or filament and things like that. So we hope this segment helps you as far as getting off some of your items off of the painter's tape. And if there's anything else out there that you guys want to see, please do let us know. And again, make sure you do like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.